Did you know that women are looking for just one thing in a guy that they want to date and sleep with? Hey, if you don't know me already, my name is Carlos Zuma, and in this short presentation, I'm going to give up the goods on what that one thing is that women want and why they want it. And I'm also going to reveal the 3 mistakes that men make when they finally meet a girl that they want as their girlfriend, which usually scares her off. Plus, I'll show you my secret trick for figuring out whether or not the girl that you met is going to flake on you or not. No tease here. I'm going to give you my exact technique to know if a chick is going to no-show you so you can avoid wasting your time and energy on flaky women. And how to stop it from ever happening again. And I promise you that you'll be pleasantly surprised by everything I'm going to show you. And I want to reveal the 3 girlfriend repellents that guys use to scare women off and push women away. There's a good chance you might be using one or more of these without realizing it. Guys don't do this on purpose, but we do it nonetheless. Maybe you've made one of these fatal errors at one time or another. Girlfriend repellent mistake number 1, deciding that she's girlfriend material based on one conversation or a cool date. Things go really well. You two seem so compatible. And in your head, you're thinking, geez, I could marry this girl. But the second you do that, she stops calling. In fact, it's like she read your mind and decided to avoid you completely. One of the tricks to getting a girlfriend fast is that she wants a guy who is not looking for a girlfriend. And I'll show you how you give her that in a minute. You see, guys mentally sabotage themselves and scare women off when they decide that she could be the one, or that she's that special girl that they have to handle with care. He becomes an overnight Romeo, doing every corny move in the romance her fast playbook. You start treating her differently since she's so special. You try to lock her in and keep her interested in you so that you don't lose her, which, if you haven't scared her off, leads to the next mistake. Girlfriend repellent mistake number 2, waiting to have sex so that it's special. This is based on the mistaken belief that holding back from having sex will make her more likely to be your girlfriend, or want to, or that you need to impress her with the lie that delaying sex is romantic. If she's cool, she's suddenly a girl you need to treat special. She's different. You want the sex to be special and mean something, so you deliberately hold off from trying to sleep with her. You might even tell her something about how you respect her and want to make sure you don't rush her. The problem is that doing this freaks her out because now there's more pressure. If she decides to sleep with you, it would almost feel like her wedding night. When she has sexual interest in you, that interest has an expiration date. If you don't go to bed with her, that's just another way to fall into the let's just be friends trap. And then there's the 3rd and final fatal mistake. Girlfriend repellent mistake number 3 is showing all your cards. This is where you find yourself doing every single thing you know you shouldn't do. But you can't help yourself. You lose your self-control. You start to try and show her how you're different from the other guys out there, that you're looking for something more serious and not just casual sex. You try to logically convince her that you're Mr. Right. You open your heart to her and wear it on your sleeve, hoping that she will do the same and profess her undying feelings for you. You ever thought about saying or actually said something like this? I like you a lot. I really, really like hanging out with you. You're really special. I think I'm falling for you. I'm so attracted to you. Hey, I've said those things to girls before too. I realized I was freaking women out, and when guys do this, they give away all their power to her. Because she knows that you're a guy she can hold out on. And she will. She'll hold back on the sex. She'll hold back stuff you want to do in the bedroom. She'll hold back on telling you how she feels about you. She'll always have things she'll hold back from you because she knows she has all the power. And she knows that by holding them back from you, whether it's sexual favors or other parts of her, this will only make you more committed and more loyal to her. You start to believe it's fate, destiny, and 1,000 other romantic cliches. And when she panics, flakes out, and dumps you, or just wants to be just friends, because all of this pressure and weirdness, you panic and try to prove your love to her in any way you possibly can. There's a huge secret to women's psychology. On some level, every woman has to believe you could be boyfriend material before she'll sleep with you. She even believes her one-night stands had the potential to be real boyfriends, even if she was just fooling herself, to give herself the excuse she needed, and when she can't see you as a boyfriend, she only has 2 choices. She flakes out on you and disappears, hoping you'll take a hint and leave her alone, or she puts you in the friend zone. She might let you buy her a few dinners and dates, and then, when you finally work up enough courage to try and kiss her, she'll tell you, I just don't think about you that way. Or she says, I just like to be friends. But more than likely, she will just flake out on you early to cut her losses. Imagine having a woman by your side that every man wishes they could possess. She adores you. She wants nothing more than to please you. By the end of this short presentation, you'll feel like you finally have a magic wand to get nearly any attractive woman you meet to want you and only you. Make her chase you for dates and pay for them. Have her shamelessly competing with other women for your attention and dragging you into her bed to win you over. No matter if you've never had game with women or don't know how to talk to women, no matter how much younger she is than you, no matter your looks, your car, or your bank account balance, no matter how hopeless you feel the situation might be for you right now, and if you're still struggling to find that one special woman to have as your girlfriend, and you haven't gotten the success you want or deserve to have after all that work, it's not your fault, and you've been lied to. If you want to have a fun, sexy girlfriend in your bed and in your life in 30 days or less, I have some vital news for you. In the next 11 minutes, you're about to discover you may be on a dead-end road to meeting women. And if you stay on this road, how it will literally force you to fail with women. How you may be unwittingly scaring away the girlfriend of your dreams. In fact, I'm going to show you how most guys wind up stuck in the friend zone with women. And I'll show you a sneaky but ethical way to flip the power balance in your favor, so that she rushes you to the bedroom faster than she ever expected to. I'm also going to show you how to avoid getting flaked on by women once and for all. I'm not going to pull any punches here, so if you're the kind of guy who'd rather keep struggling with women, do us both a favor and leave. Look, I know your secret. You probably don't want to be a pickup artist, or have to change into some manipulative jerk just to meet women. You'd probably like to have a girlfriend. You probably just want to find that one amazingly cool and sexy chick that you come home to at the end of the day, and she's going to treat you like a king. That stunning chick that makes your friends sick with envy. You're not alone. I've talked to thousands of guys over the last 10 years, and they all say they want that one thing. It's not that they want to be a seduction guru or pickup artist. It's not that they want to spend months slaving to memorize lines and scripts. They just want to find a great girlfriend. And deep underneath it all, so do you. Don't worry, your secret is safe. I'm not telling anyone. I'm just like you. I dig having a cool girl around that I can share experiences with. Think of all the reasons girlfriends are cool. You don't have to be alone. You'll have companionship whenever you want. You'll get guaranteed regular sex. You'll have someone to chill out with. You'll have somebody to share things with, talk to about everything or nothing at all. You have a trophy that you can show off. Maybe make your single guy friends jealous for once. You have someone to support you, take your side, nurture you. You can end the crazy, draining singles lifestyle, put an end to the dating head games. You'll get the validation of being a guy that can get and keep a woman. You can share inside jokes and private moments together. You can find a woman that overlooks your flaws. You can go out with your friends who have girlfriends and not be the oddball or fifth wheel. You can stop wasting time on women that aren't what you want. Maybe someday, you can even have a family. Hey, a girlfriend could be the last missing piece in your life that you're looking for. And any way you look at it, finding, meeting, approaching, and dating women is tiring. It can take you weeks just to meet a woman or two, and a few more weeks to get through all the logistical crap and finally get her out on a date. But the worst part is, if she doesn't dig you, if she doesn't see you as boyfriend material, she'll just disappear on you and you get to start all over again. Go back to the end of the line and try to do it all over again. Wouldn't it be better to have one cool chick you can share your fun times with? I can tell you from experience, it's a lot better. And as a man, you need to know that women want you, or else you feel like you're not quite whole. You're missing something you deserve to have. Have you ever lost a girl you were really into? Or are you afraid you might lose the right one when she finally comes along? Think about the last potential girlfriend that came through your life. You probably had a good feeling about this one. You couldn't wait to have her meet your friends. You even found yourself planning stuff in the future to do with her. And then, before it even started, it was all over. She lost interest and stopped calling. She was gone. And you don't even know what the hell happened. It feels like someone pulled the rug out from under you and then pushed you down a flight of stairs. But the worst part is that you might meet the one for you, that special girl, and it could happen all over again. Let me tell you a quick story that might sound familiar. 8 years ago, when I lived in Kansas City, I had started dating a really cute girl named Shelley. I still remember she used to wear these black stockings that just drove me nuts. Well, she worked with me at the same company, and after a few months, I finally got the guts to ask her out. Well, we went out a few times, and I thought things were going pretty good. We hadn't had sex yet, but I was so sure it was just around the corner. I'd been kind of holding off on it because I really liked this girl. She was different. Well, I had asked her out on a date, maybe the date, if you know what I mean, for 8 o'clock on Thursday night. Well, she had agreed, and I planned to take her to a restaurant downtown, really nice one. But I hadn't spoken with her much about it at all, either at work or on the phone. And after work on that Thursday, she was walking out the door and said over her shoulder at me, "Let's talk later." We had a date, so I figured that's what she meant. So what did I do? I went home and wandered around my apartment for a few hours, wishing for 8 o'clock to come a little bit sooner. I was getting impatient, and every time I tried to stop thinking about her, well, she'd pop right back into my head.
So at around 7 o'clock, I decided that I should just stop over at her house. After all, she said call me, and we had our date set already for 8 o'clock. She'd want me to pick her up, right? So showing up to pick her up was even better. I could surprise her. So I drove the 25 miles across town over to Shelley's apartment. And I went to her door, knocking and ringing the bell as politely as my desperate mind could handle. No answer, no sounds inside. Well, I even peeked in her window. It was all dark in there. No one in there. I went back and sat in my car in the parking lot in front of her apartment building, listening to the radio, wondering when she'd get back. I checked the car radio for the time every so often. 8:05. I changed the station on the radio and reclined the seat some more to wait. 9:13. I got out and looked around to make sure her car wasn't in her reserved space. Nope. 10:48. I went up to her house again and knocked, just in case she snuck in a back window or something. No answer. No lights or sounds inside. 11:20. I sat there for a good 3 hours waiting for Shelley to get back. At some point, I must have dozed off. I was startled out of my sleep when someone knocked on my window, scaring the living daylights out of me. It was a woman in her 50s bundled up in her jacket, and she looked concerned, so I rolled down my window. Yeah, I asked. I saw you parked here for quite a while. Can I ask what are you doing here? Oh, I said, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend. She's not home yet. She nodded and looked me over. She scanned the inside of my Jeep as if looking for incriminating evidence or to see if I was living out of my car. Well, it's awful late, she said. I looked at my car radio to see what time it was, but it was dark. I didn't remember turning it off. And another funny thing, the sky had looked a bit lighter outside. Yeah, well, I'm sure she'll be back soon. I smiled and nodded nervously. She didn't agree. She just locked her eyes with me, her forehead looking more concerned. She looked at her watch again and said, It's 4:45 in the morning, son. I wouldn't be so sure about that. She walked back into her building. I sat there for a second trying to take in what she just said, and the expression on her face when she said that. It was like she felt sorry for me. I stared at Shelley's house, no lights, and no car in her parking spot. And then it hit me. The first realization was immediate. I understood that Shelley probably wasn't coming home. Wherever she was spending the night. It was with some other guy. Whatever time it was time for me to go home. I turned the key in the ignition, click, click, and got nothing. The battery was completely dead. I collapsed on the steering wheel and tears building up in my eyes. I used my cell phone to call a cab and get me home. I wound up paying about $84 for the fare to get back to my apartment across town. And then I had my second shocking and painful realization about an hour later, as I laid in my bed waiting for my alarm to go off. Shelley was going to see my car in her parking lot and know that I had been there. She couldn't miss it. It was a bright yellow 1998 Jeep that stood out like a sore thumb. I buried my face in my pillow, seriously wishing I was either dead or I could relocate to another part of the universe. But I had to go into work or things were going to just get much worse. Look, I won't tell you about the humiliating public bus ride I had to take to get to my job that day. I won't tell you about how Shelley read me the riot act later at work, while my coworkers passed me by and pretended to not hear my humiliation. I won't tell you about how she first denied being out with another guy the night before, and then finally admitted spending the night with him. I won't tell you about the names she called me, and how she blamed me, and made my romantic interest suddenly sound pathetic and creepy. But I will tell you the word she used to describe me. She used the S word. Stalker. And I didn't want to admit it then, but later I discovered it was kind of true. I had officially become a stalker. In case you're not familiar, the popular definition of a stalker mentions unwanted contact and obsessive attention. There I was, trying to do everything right, and this is how it all turned out. My heart was in the right place, but I was completely misunderstood. Oh, and to really pour salt in my wounds, guess who picked Shelley up from work that day? I got to watch her right away in his car. It was one of the most painful experiences of my life. Let me just tell you that at one point, I was so desperate for women to pay attention to me that I went to a local strip club and paid a dancer $400 just to sit and talk to me for an hour. I even had a woman I was on a date with take a phone call in the middle of the date from her ex-boyfriend. She had him come and meet us at the restaurant and then left with him early to go have drinks, leaving me alone and stuck with the bill. I just couldn't get a girlfriend to save my life. And I discovered the reason most guys haven't gotten the girlfriend they want is drop dead simple. And I'm going to explain it for you in a second. Oh, by the way, it's also not your fault at all if you're not getting the results you deserve. You see, there's a horrible set of lies out there that every guy has been programmed to believe about dating women. It's what I call the dead-end road, and it only leads you to failure. And if you follow this horrible advice, and 90% of guys do without even knowing it, it actually forces women away from you. It's like girlfriend repellent spray. You've been brainwashed into thinking that this dead-end road is the only way to get a girlfriend. The dead-end road is praying for luck and rolling the dice. This is where you play the odds and hope that destiny or fate will just deliver the girlfriend you want into your arms. You're basically waiting for lightning to strike. It feels like it takes forever to get dates, much less getting laid, and if you do run into someone by luck, you usually keep following this road because it seems like it got you this far, right? And then it ends here. The dead-end cliff. Whining her and dining her. Maybe you finally meet a woman and you're so focused on impressing her and not losing her, you buy her drinks, you pay for her dinners, you take her out to movies, take her on vacation, buy her gifts. You know the drill, right? Basically, you become her personal ATM machine and hope that she doesn't flake out or lose interest along the way. Sometimes you hope you'll impress her just enough so she'll sleep with you, or maybe you can get her drunk enough not to care. Either way, this is where the road ends, because she eventually flakes and disappears on you, and then you have to go back to rolling the dice. And you'll probably have wasted hundreds of dollars trying to win her over, only to go right back to the end of the line and start all over again. Of course, you could also try some pickup artist or seduction techniques, but you probably already know that this detour really doesn't work if you want to get a girlfriend. You're still on the same dead-end road. In fact, it's hard enough to get those pickup techniques to work in the bars and clubs on drunk girls at 2 a.m., and besides, you don't want to be a jerk or act like one, just to find a girl you want. But what if there was a recipe for getting the girl of your dreams that could take the place of luck? A formula that gives you all the control over the process and saves you thousands of dollars you usually waste on dates that end early with her telling you that she doesn't think about you that way, and without having to memorize any creepy pickup lines or routines to start conversations with women. The fact is, the only way to really get the girlfriend you're looking for is to get off the dead-end road, so that women can finally see you as the elusive and rare boyfriend material. There's a saying, no matter how far you go down the wrong road, you have to turn back. I'm going to show you how you can pull the woman you want to you like a magnet in just a minute. Now, a lot of guys don't realize this, but women think that good guys, guys like you, are extremely rare and hard to find. Ask any woman about this and you'll hear the same thing over and over. Where are all the good guys? Why can't I ever find a decent man? All the good ones are taken. But why can't these women see all the great qualities you have to offer them? Are they blind? As it turns out, no. She's got an illusion of scarcity, which is created by running into too many guys who only know how to drive down the dead-end road to meet and date women. They also don't know how to show her something very important, something I'm about to reveal to you in a minute. You see, since women view quality men as being a scarce resource, they compete feverishly to find and claim these guys. Just watch the television show The Bachelor, where women compete and turn downright evil in their attempts to win a man they desire. It's no secret that women are competitive, but most men don't realize that in studies going back over 30 years, it's been proven that women see other women as objects she must compete with. Of course, there's also a lot of seduction advice that pushes sex as a goal, faster than most women are inclined to. You're told that if you're not getting blowjobs in the bathroom of every bar and club you go to, you're a loser. And then there are the movies that tell you that if you can sleep with a woman the first night you meet her, that she will want to make you her boyfriend. Movies even show this all the time, that guys and girls sleep together the first night, and that's how true love starts. Another evil lie. The problem with this distorted picture is this. Even if you do pressure her into bed the first night, it usually won't last because she'll know that she was impulsive. She'll think it was a fluke. And most important, she won't want to stick around because she won't want to tell her friends how you two got together. Secret tip here, your romantic story of how you met is something she needs to have, or she's never going to keep seeing you. I'm going to come back to this in a second. 2, she really won't want to make you her boyfriend. If she sleeps with you fast, she will simply break off contact to avoid the reminder. She doesn't want to view herself as a slut, and since you're the guy she slept with too fast, you're the memory that she has to forget. The fact is that if you go too fast when you try to sleep with her, the more likely you are to scare her off. But the faster you can get her to sleep with you, the more likely you will get to keep her as a cool girlfriend. And that's a huge difference. And there is a method to getting women to see you as this elusive boyfriend material. And I'm going to share that secret with you in a second, but first, I'm about to share with you my secret test for finding out if a girl is going to flake on you. I call this my flake detector. You see, it turns out that women give off signals when you meet them. This is priceless to know, and most guys completely miss the signal when they meet a girl and set up a date. Forget about why she flakes for now. You only need to know if she will flake on you, and how to stop it. Here's my secret flake detector for guys, so you can determine if a woman is going to flake out on you, and leave you hanging, and never waste your time on these women ever again. Here's what you do. What you do is an hour or so before your planned date, Before you've had a chance to waste any time getting ready or drive anywhere, you send her this text. Hey, gonna be 15 minutes late tonight. That cool? That's it. Don't call her up to confirm the date. In fact, if she asked you to call her to confirm, she was already planning to cancel on you. After you send that text, if she was going to flake on you, she now has to do one of two things. One, call you or text you that she can't make it, which is what most flaky chicks will do, or ignore your text. The only response you want is her texting you back and telling you, no problem. Any other response just means she's most likely setting things up to flake on you. And that's fine because you saved yourself the trouble of driving and waiting and wasting your time and money. There you go. That's a drop-dead simple way to find out if she's planning to flake on you. But the best thing to do is to make sure she never wants to flake on you in the first place. And that's your date insurance, your show-up guarantee. So how do you do that? Well, how do you make sure she never wants to flake on you? When the rubber meets the road, all she's looking for is boyfriend material, and a boyfriend she can brag to her friends about. Even in the romantic novels she reads, the women usually end up with a guy being her boyfriend or a long-term lover. Let me explain something. After I got this system perfected and I understood what was happening, I started using online dating sites again, something I had never been very successful with. I met this girl, Mindy, and we met up the first time at a nice Spanish restaurant in San Francisco. At the end of the date, I used my hugs-only strategy on her. This is where I tell a woman that I don't usually kiss on the first date, but I absolutely require a hug. This works like crazy, by the way, and it's just one of the techniques I'll show you. Well, after I told her that, Mindy went in for a very, intimate hug and said she would call me. When I got home, I had a message already on my voicemail asking me if she could come over and cook on Friday. And when Friday came, well, I gave in and I let her cook me a meal, and we had sex right there on the couch in the middle of eating dessert. While we were laying there afterwards, I joked with her. I said, "So what, did you have this planned?" Hey, I could see that she was wearing easy-to-remove clothes, and those were definitely not her granny panties on the floor next to us. She nuzzled closer under my arm, kissed me on my chest, and said, "I knew I had to lock you in right away. You're a keeper." Being a keeper is what you want to be. That means you've got those girlfriend magnets she needs to feel. That is when everything finally clicked into place for me. Women will rush to sleep with you if they feel the pull of the girlfriend magnet signals you're giving off, way faster than she would normally plan to. Girlfriend magnets are the game changer. When it comes to meeting women and getting a cool, attractive chick as your girlfriend, ask any woman you want about this. And if she's being truthful, she will tell you that when she meets a guy that's a keeper, she will hurry up and sleep with him to lock him in. So the faster you can show her that you've got these girlfriend magnets, the faster she'll want to lock you down with sex. Because when women feel these magnets, they will pounce on you and pull you into bed with them so that they can lock you in and claim you before some other woman can. The faster she'll want to lock you down with sex. Now the problem is that most guys are trying to logically convince her that he's the best catch. He wants to give her his resume of how great he is as a boyfriend. He's telling her, not showing her. And then he goes crazy wondering why she can't see that he's the perfect guy for her. And all his female friends are saying the same thing to him, right? You've probably heard these things. You're a great catch. The right one will come along someday. The hell is someday? You want now. And I'm going to show you how to get a girlfriend fast. I want you to know that there is a real, foolproof, no BS way to get a fun, sexy girlfriend in your bed and in your life in 30 days, or less, and never have to feel that way again. Even when you don't have a girlfriend, you'll have the calm confidence that the next one is right around the corner. The power to attract the fun, sexy women you really want, and connect her to you so that she can only imagine you as her boyfriend. The guy she comes home to and wants to hang out and watch movies with. The guy she wants to please all the time, especially sex. Doing things for you that she swears she's never wanted to do before with other boyfriends. The point is that she won't hold anything back from you. I want to give you the exact step-by-step blueprint for what to do, and when to stack women up in your life. You don't have the kind of abundance with women you want, so you end up working way too hard to get a girlfriend. You end up choosing the women who chose you, rather than the girl you really wanted. A lot of guys wind up marrying the girl that they settled for, too. What if you could finally get what you deserve as a man, instead of relying on luck and fate? What if you could avoid the pay-her-for-it model and make her genuinely like you instead of your wallet? Imagine this for a second. You meet a chick at a party and she comes over your house one night. She brings you a bottle of champagne and even some glasses to pour it in. The whole time she's telling you all about the different ways she likes to have sex. You go out to dinner at a nice restaurant in town and your cute date offers to pay for your meal and your drinks. And then she gets in your car and gives you head right there, parked in front of the restaurant. In the middle of the afternoon, you're at home watching a movie, and the girl you've been out with only a couple of times calls you and says she's in your neighborhood. She comes over and asks you if you have a camera. Why? She wants you to take some sexy pictures of her. Now tell me, do you think that any of these women would say no to sleeping with you? I can tell you that they most certainly would gladly take you by the hand and take you to the bedroom. How do I know this? All those situations I just told you about happened to me. They were all women I knew and dated, and that picture you saw was real. I hope she doesn't see that and freak out. And I had been out on only 1 or 2 dates max with each of them. The only difference between what I do now to succeed and what I did then to fail was just learning how to show girls that I had girlfriend magnets. I'm going to explain exactly how I did this in a minute, but not to brag to you. It's going to be all about how you can get those same results in your life. Imagine what it'll be like when you have the power to choose the woman you want as a girlfriend, instead of settling for the women that happen to like you. Imagine what it'll be like when you finally seal the deal with the girl of your dreams, and know that if you hadn't learned this method, you probably would have let her slip through your fingers. But now, you're waking up next to her whenever you want. Introducing the Get a Girlfriend Fast system. How to get a fun, sexy girlfriend in your bed and in your life in 30 days or less. I'm going to take your hand and walk you through the entire blueprint for how to get a girlfriend fast from start to finish. It works for you, even if you're naturally shy. In fact, this will work even better for you since I designed it for me, and I'm an introvert, a real shy guy at heart. It'll work for you if you're older. Women actually really dig older guys, by the way. It'll work for you if you're not a supermodel on the front of GQ or Men's Health. It'll work if you're not rich, even if you don't really think you have anything a cute, fun girl would want. Here's what you're going to discover in the Get a Girlfriend Fast system. A proven step-by-step system to go from single and alone to dating the girl of your dreams in 30 days or less, with a complete roadmap of steps to take to go from stranger to lover, with any woman you desire. Most women disappear from your life by flaking out. I'm going to give you my bulletproof flake destroyer plan that explains a complete strategy for why women flake, how you can spot it in advance, and when it will happen, and a simple 5-step what-to-do plan to avoid a woman ever doing it to you again. 90% of the stuff you hear about attracting women is often damaging and completely ineffective if used without a complete plan to get her to girlfriend status. If you use this stuff without knowing how it fits in, you'll make it next to impossible for her to ever consider you as boyfriend material. I'll explain exactly how to avoid this huge pickup mistake and the secret to getting good with women and with any skill that the average guy completely misses, so you can win when they fail. The 4 principles of dating success that puts you in the top performance bracket, including the 5 critical sexual status signals that you need to show women to create powerful physical attraction. The Fast Start Flirting module, I'm going to show you some Fast Start power tips. I'll get you off to the fastest result possible by giving you the 6 critical principles of accelerated success with women, how to date stack to get the most women attracted to you in the shortest period, and 1 method of meeting women that you want to avoid, a simple exercise you can do in your car that will effortlessly increase your conversation power with women and your ability to banter sexually. One of the most powerful weapons you have as a man is the ability to use your eye contact. I'll explain how to create magnetic eye language that draws women in. And I'll show you 2 powerful exercises that make you irresistible to her. Body language is one of the most misunderstood parts of attraction. I'll give you my simple 6-step complete cheat sheet on the only parts of body language that you need to use, including a specific exercise that will make you more sexually attractive to women instantly. I'll teach you how to use the most important attraction trigger a man has. Hint, it's got nothing to do with your abs or how in shape you are. You'll also discover the 10 masculine signals to show women so that she sees you as the dominant man. You'll finally understand the 5 low status signals that men give off that destroy a woman's interest in them, and communicate neediness so that you can get rid of them once and for all. The 6 critical boundaries you must set up with women, or you risk falling into the wuss zone with her and every woman you meet. These are my own personal limits that I set with women in my life, and they work like gangbusters. 4 the fatal fast attraction killers. These 4 mistakes are common to over 90% of all men I've coached, and I'll explain exactly how to avoid messing it up with women with your confidence. The 2 ways that women determine your sexual status. Are you messing these up? I'll show you how women think. You ever felt like you were unable to control your emotions around a woman? I'll show you how sensitive guys lose women by not understanding how to use their emotions with women to attract instead of repel. Ever wonder what those confident alpha guys are thinking that gets them success with women? That gets women horny for them? I'll show you 9 powerful affirmations of the alpha man. In the Girlfriend Magnets module, this is the first part of the core of the program that shows you the essential girlfriend magnets, the 8 powerful signals that women need to see to want you. You'll discover the power of sexual inception with women, and how you can plant the 5 thoughts in a woman's head that you're the one for her, and I'll explain all 5. One of the most powerful girlfriend magnets is showing her that you've got it together. I'll show you which 6 areas of your life she's going to look at specifically, as well as the 10 ways you can show her you're her Mr. Right. The one big mistake a lot of guys make is showing a woman that she's his only focus. I'll show you how to not only avoid this, but get her to beg to be a part of your life, so you can stop working so hard and start enjoying a girlfriend that wants to please you. How to spark the kind of healthy jealousy that makes women desire you, and how to get her thinking about you when you're not around. This method is so deadly I call it the attraction tractor beam, so be very careful where you aim it. There's one thing you can do in your conversation and sometimes slip up and show with your facial expression that ensures that a woman will not sleep with you. I'll explain what this is and how you can actually use it in reverse to get her to want you to take her to bed faster. I'll explain the 7 influence methods that enforce the law of attraction for women and how to use them all. This is the secret that guys who never go home alone use. What you look like through her eyes. And you'll be amazed to see what she's looking at that you had no idea was so important. The simple secret of confidence with women, and most guys are chasing after the wrong goal. We all know that women's mixed signals work to get guys bewitched with a woman. Now here's how you can use the same techniques women use to make mixed messages work for you. Material magnets. I'll completely explain the truth about the physical girlfriend magnets that you have to attract women. It has nothing to do with being a men's health model with a ripped six-pack. You're going to finally know why looks are deceptive and how you can look like a 10 to her. Women want 3 things from men. If you can give her these, she's yours. I'll show you what they are. And confidence isn't the most important one. Revealed the 5 parts of killer sexual attraction and sexual tension with women. Now in the Girlfriend Blueprint section, Module 3, this part of the program explains completely how to go from complete stranger to being a woman's most trusted and desired lover. Ever wonder where to go to meet women? I'll give you the definitive answer to this question, categorized by difficulty levels, and one exercise that will create twice the opportunity to meet women than you think you have right now. Every guy who's successful with women has a single core attitude that gets him those results. I'm going to explain the core attitude to you as well as how you use it so that you don't lose your motivation or start to fall back into old habits. I'll give you my 9 guaranteed cold, warm, and hot openers to start a conversation with literally any woman in any situation, including the master formula for creating a conversation out of thin air. Ever wonder how to start talking to a woman so you can get past her defenses and avoid any rejection? I'll give you my stealth openers method of creating surefire conversation, with over 10 examples for you to use. What do you talk about? Finally, the only 3 things you ever have to remember to keep a conversation going with a woman. How to know when you've gotten past a woman's defenses and when she's finally into you. 5 fatal attraction killers when you're talking to women. If you avoid these mistakes, you'll coast effortlessly through any conversation. In the past 10 years of coaching men on how to get better with women, I've come up with a bundle of 10 fast fixes that give men the upper hand when meeting women. I'll show them all to you and explain how they work so that you can use them immediately. How to close a conversation word for word so that you walk away with a phone number or a date in just 45 seconds. Tactical magnets. How to hook her curiosity and get a woman pleading to see you again and again. The 5 reasons women flake, completely explained and dissected so that you can see it coming and avoid it. And so you know when her excuse is actually for real, so you don't mess up a second chance with her. My ping technique to secure her attraction and interest in you, no matter how many men she's met in the last week, and so that she'll not only answer your calls, she'll be waiting on them. In Module 4, the How to Meet and Talk to Women, I decided to include this very special section, giving away my entire vault of techniques for talking to women. 3 ways you can improve the tonality and commanding power of your voice with women in just a few seconds of warm-up. How to be the most interesting man she'll ever meet. Women have 20 secret signals that tell you when she's interested in you. Do you know what they are? I'll give you the entire list of what to watch out for in this special section, including the 5 ways to know when a woman is not interested, so you can walk away and not waste your time or energy, or get rejected. And how to not sound like a player and scare her off before you get a chance. Which women do you keep around and which ones should you avoid? I'll show you the 6 red flag behaviors to watch out for and the questions to ask to get her to reveal them. Never settle for the wrong woman ever again. Conversation technique magnets. I'll show you 10 of my conversational techniques that you can use to talk with women and get her mesmerized in minutes with your charisma, with word-for-word examples. Have you ever had a woman say something to you you didn't expect and you got caught off guard? I'll give you my universal response technique to use whenever you need to pause the conversation so you can collect your wits and avoid those hideous mistakes. And Module 5, Seal the Deal. These are your closing skills. I'm going to teach you how to seal that deal, the techniques that lock her in for you, from getting her number to getting in her bed, how to make your moves and when to do it, ask her out, get a kiss, get her to lead you to the bedroom. The Flake Destroyer Part 2. This is how to avoid flaking by using simple techniques to take the upper hand in dating, including how to keep her so excited for you that she wouldn't dream of not showing up. My proven 3-step number closing sequence, word for word, including how to know when she's probably giving you a fake number. Fact, most guys don't know how to handle that all-important first phone call and usually end up without a date. I'll show you a simple step-by-step way to handle the call so you get to see her again as soon as possible. The date blueprint. Don't fall victim to the dead-end road of drinks, dinner, and movie. This is a recipe for failure, and I'll explain exactly where and why you want to take her on my proven 10-date plans. Every guy knows how you want that first date to end, and I'll show you the certain path to get there. No more uncertainty and hesitation when you're at the goal line. Sometimes getting the first date isn't the challenge, it's getting the next date. I'll show you exactly how you close for the next date, the complete secret pattern that I use. The first big step is getting the kiss, and I'll show you when you need to get it and exactly 5 ways for how to get it. Most guys don't need sex on the first date, but faster is always better. I'll explain why this strategy works best to get a girlfriend, and the 6 places where you're most likely to run into roadblocks that stop you dead. I'll show you a simple technique to get her into the bedroom like a gentleman, and ensure that she's not only there in the morning, she's ready for more. How to handle breakups, a simple proven guide to let go of women you're no longer interested in, and make more room in your life with no drama or pain. How to go from casual to going exclusive with her. I'm also going to give you my bonus friend into girlfriend. In this special bonus section, I'll give you my complete method for taking a woman who's put you in the friend zone and getting her to beg you into her bed. Finally, you'll understand why women do this to guys and what the fatal mistakes are that create the friend zone in the first place, and you'll know how to escape it. Most guys don't realize that they create the friends-only situation by mistake. I'll show you 3 things men do that kill their sexual energy with women and make her push you away. The step-by-step process of moving out of the friend zone and staying out so that she sees you as her sexual interest and not her personal ATM machine and shoulder to cry on. The bonus advanced attraction magnets. In this bonus section, I'm going to show you the secrets of the naturals. These are add-on tricks from my personal guide on how to attract women, how to date multiple women at once, the gentleman's guide to keeping several women in your life without constant turmoil and theatrics, how to set it up right from the start, and the 6-step conversation for exactly what to say to get it to happen. You probably know that women test men all the time. In this special section, I'll show you why she does it, what she's thinking when she does it, and how you handle the 3 most common test situations she will hit you with. And this is a priceless strategy for handling women. 5 reasons women dump guys. When you know and avoid these, you'll never have to worry about losing her. I'll reveal the only true signal of a woman's attraction level for you, including specifics on how you use this right from the start to know where you stand. Fast confidence magnets, how confidence really works with women. I'll give you 10 of my quick magnets, simple tricks to faster sexual attraction with women. In my bonus, Get Her Back, the X-Recovery System, in this special bonus section, I'll share my tricks and techniques for getting back and making up with a girl who might get away from you. Most guys blunder carelessly into the minefield when they want to get their ex-girlfriend back. I'll share 4 important reasons you must know in advance, or you risk blowing yourself up before you even start. How BPS makes you act crazy and destroy your chances for getting your ex back, and how you can avoid this situation completely, so that you don't scare her away by acting impulsively. The 6 X grenades. If you do any of these 6 things, your ex-girlfriend will probably never give you a second chance, or forgive you. Find out what they are and how to avoid blowing up your chances. The 7 rules of recovering your girlfriend and getting her back into your arms again. If you've ever been caught off guard when your girlfriend broke up with you, you're going to need this. The 6 signals that your girlfriend is starting to stray, so that you're never surprised, and you've got time to fix it before she looks for a replacement. 4 fatal attraction mistakes that most men make that will push her away from you before you get a chance to fix it, and much more. Here's what the system is. When you sign up today, you'll get the 5 core training modules, unlimited access to my vault of girlfriend strategies. Module 1, of course, is Fast Start Flirting, 24-hour turbocharge, 7 secrets to sexualize your contacts with women. Module 2 is Girlfriend Magnets, how to see through the matrix and understand women's desires. Module 3 is the Girlfriend Blueprint, step-by-step roadmap to get women to beg to be your girlfriend. Module 4 is how to meet and talk to women, simple strategies for sexy conversation. Module 5, Seal the Deal, closing skills of the pros. You're going to strategically lock her in with a flake destroyer system. You'll also get the downloadable Bible of girlfriend strategies, all the reference notes from the program in Adobe PDF format, which you can easily view on your computer, smartphone, or tablet. You'll be downloading and reading this information quickly and easily on any mobile device, smartphone, tablet, whatever. Or even transfer it onto your Kindle. Or print it out if you like to have and highlight for review. Open it anywhere, anytime, with no worries about anybody embarrassingly discovering that you're reading this book, or having a set of CDs on your bookshelf or under your bed. You'll also get the audiobook and MP3 files for your iPod or music player, playable on just about any device that plays MP3 files. You'll also get the bonus program mind maps that I actually use in the program. where you can see the whole system laid out in step-by-step visual format. And you'll get the Magic Moments cheat sheet. This is an extra bonus where I share my most powerful girlfriend magnets that you can use, with an explanation of how to lock her in as your girlfriend using these techniques. All of this is waiting for you online right now, ready for you to start using right away. If you can log into Facebook, you've got all the knowledge you need to start using the Get a Girlfriend Fast system immediately. And if you're still seeing this video right now, I'm also throwing in the following fast action bonuses. Bonus 1 is the free first month of Get a Girlfriend Power Coaching. The free first month of power coaching to drag you kicking and screaming through each step of the system and get you even faster results. And if you decide to stay on the program, it's only $37 per month, completely optional, including the Killer First Dates bonus. Advanced training videos, you're going to get leading edge shortcuts and win the girl reports along the way. This bonus is optional and can be canceled at any time. Bonus number 2 is the Get Her Back, how to get your girlfriend back ninja tactics. Bonus number 3 is Friend into Girlfriend, proven techniques to escape the friend zone. Bonus 4 is the Advanced Attraction Magnets, sneaking past her defenses and have her thinking about you 24/7. I did create this originally as a complete 8-hour home study class with live phone question and answers and sessions. It was priced at $497. Now, compared to the price of a personal coaching session with me, which is currently $297 and up, and this becomes a no-brainer. Compare that to the price of a night out where you buy drinks for women, with the average drink going for $7 to $14 each these days. This program is less than a couple of rounds you buy for the girls, and walk away without even a phone number or a peck on the cheek. Of course, there's the flowers, the dinners, the nights out in the city to impress a woman that left you angry and home alone in your bed. You'll get this program for much less than anybody else had to pay, by the way. And I'm going to discount that $97 even further for you today. You'll see your special discounted price just below this video. The entire program is being discounted right now as a short-term marketing test. You can take advantage of me on this completely here. The reason I'm offering it so cheaply is because I want to get great testimonials and case studies from it. And I really want to help guys out there. I'm on a mission. I want a Carlos Zuma program on the virtual bookshelf of every guy out there, so that he can finally get everything he deserves as a man in life. But I'm going to have to raise the price soon. I can't afford to keep it this low because of the cost of advertising and things like that. My friends are also getting all over me for this because they feel like I'm really undermining the value of the program. People will think it really can't be that good for this price, and that's why I'm going to have to raise the price to get more copies of it into guys' hands, so they can get the girlfriends and the results they really want. $67 is just ridiculously low for a complete system that will basically put you in bed with your next girlfriend so quickly. Realistically, it will even have to go up to $97 or even $197. So I'm giving you this huge discount, and all I ask is that when you do get the fantastic results from this program, especially when you've got the cool girlfriend that you always wanted, and you can stop sitting alone on weekends, is that you just send me a quick anonymous note to me about it, so that I can share your story with the other guys who want this kind of success with women. Fair enough? Warning. There are some possible side effects. This program may have some unintentional side effects, and I want to warn you that I do not condone and promote unethical behavior in any way. You must use the information in the system for honorable purposes, never to hurt anyone or get revenge. I only teach stuff that is respectful to women and completely honorable. In the past, I've used these strategies, and I have to admit, I've been able to inadvertently steal a girlfriend away from another guy. This is not cool. The fact is that when you put the system to work for you, you will have a lot of married and attached women start to get interested in you, and you'll have to deal with that. It happens because you're going to be showing her everything she's lacking in her own relationship. You may also have to deal with a lot of your friends asking you questions, and you're going to end up being their personal dating guru. So expect a lot of your friends looking up to you as the expert in this area when you start getting the results they can't get. I'll also tell you right now that there are a few people that this program may not help. Guys who want to keep all the mystery and unknown in dating because that's what keeps it romantic, probably not going to help you. Guys who don't mind using their wallet to keep women interested in them, or don't mind that they can only date gold diggers, well, I'm not here about that either. Guys who completely freak out when they're in the same room with a woman, look, you got to work on that, okay? But if you're not one of these guys, I can virtually guarantee you that the Get a Girlfriend Fast system will help you. You stuck around this long in the video, so you obviously want this system, and if you've watched this video this far, you know how powerful this strategy can be to get a girlfriend. And I know you know what it'll feel like when you have that cool, fun chick in your life, somebody to hang out and watch movies with, guaranteed sex, all the good things you deserve. Download your copy of the program right now and start using it in just minutes. Just click the Add to Cart button you see below this video right now to get started. Oh, and there's a 60-day worry-free double guarantee, which is the longest allowed by our payment processor. Because if you let the system do the work for you and I don't get you the results, I don't deserve your money. So here's my over-the-top double guarantee. If you have issues getting results all the way to 120 days, I'm going to back it myself. You send me an email and we'll arrange to buy the program back from you for the full purchase price. I wouldn't make a promise like this if I wasn't 100% sure that this system would work for you, right? In fact, I'm going to throw in another bonus just to make this a slam dunk for you to get started right now. I'll throw in my 25 supercharged dating tactics, my top 25 methods of handling every stage of getting a woman in your bed and in your life. This is an exclusive part of the Guru Black Book program, which is sold for over $67, but this bonus is yours for free. Remember that you have nothing to risk, nothing to lose because of my rock-solid guarantee. You can use the product, get great results, and get your money back for any reason. You know by now that the one guaranteed way to attract women and get a girlfriend is showing her you've got the girlfriend magnet she's looking for, and that this is also the fastest way into her bed and into her heart. And this is the only course that will give you the tools you need to conquer the woman you desire. Look, I don't want to put too fine a point on this, but you've only got 3 paths to take. Option 1 is to do nothing. Perhaps even hold out that this dead-end road of dating, of hoping for luck, and I'll give you the girlfriend you want will actually work. But we both know it will only get worse if you keep going down this path. Option 2 is try what I've shown you here and see. But without a clear roadmap and plan, you'll go through the hard way and still wind up coming back to me. Option 3, try the Get a Girlfriend Fast program risk-free and get the results you want. Guaranteed. The choice is yours. Just click the Add to Cart button you see below this video right now to get started. In fact, let me answer any questions you might have right now. Carlos, am I going to have to memorize stuff and put a bunch of work into this? I'm tired of working so hard just to meet and attract women, and the last thing I want to do is sweat over this stuff. Absolutely not. I don't want you working on this stuff either. The whole point of the Get a Girlfriend Fast system is to get you up to speed and getting success quickly, without having to memorize routines or scripts or lines. Carlos, am I going to have to trick or manipulate women? I don't want to be a jerk to meet and get a girlfriend. Again, no. The point of this system is to get you feeling natural and relaxed with women. This is not about tricking or manipulating women in any way. You'll get to be the kind of guy who can just relax and be himself around women, without feeling like you're being a jerk or treating them like a jerk, or acting like one, just to get her interested in you. Carlos, is this going to be a lot of theory with nothing practical that I can use? Look, I packed this program wall to wall with tips, tactics, strategies, and techniques you can apply. Not only that, but I'm also explaining how to do each one and when to do it, and why you want to use that part of the system to get the fastest and most effective results. I'll even share with you my word-for-word lines that I do use, so that you have examples to either use or build your own from. I'm giving you all the practical, hard-nosed experience that I gained from over 20 years of experience dating women and figuring out what works, while saving you from doing the stuff that doesn't work. Hey, I've tried other programs and I haven't gotten any success. What makes this one any different? Well, if you mean you've bought other programs and not used the information, well, that's not going to change here either. But if you're willing to take what I'm going to show you and put it to use, you'll get the results you deserve. I've mapped out the entire process here for you as completely as possible. I've given you all the information you need to take your game with women to the next level and get the cool, sexy girlfriend you want. All you have to do is get started now. Just click the Add to Cart button you see below this video right now to get started. And here's what other guys have to say about the Get a Girlfriend program. It really upped my game. Within a week, I had 4 dates, and I've been out on 2, and I have another 2 going. I'm on for social connections. I want to thank you as your confidence and skills had really upped my game. That's from Donald Day. This is priceless. I'm now talking to women everywhere I go and gaining the confidence that I can be an alpha male without hesitation. Where I used to be a wallflower at a party, I'm becoming the life of the party, and it feels great. I tell guys to get every program Carlos has and do everything he tells you to do. This stuff works. That's Hank Zelinas in Portland, Oregon. The program is a great quick start. Get your ass into gear. Listen from start to finish. This is a great way to get you motivated and will leave